Hello everyone, welcome back to my page. So, as you can see, I have a bare face right now. If you watched Acne Introduction Part 1, you know what this journey is all about. So the last video I recorded in 2017, that was almost 4 years ago. So I'm really coming back to update you all on my journey and just, be kind of transparent. The reason I didn't originally publish that video or keep up with it, it was because I was just a little embarrassed. Having acne can definitely impact your self-esteem. It can make you feel embarrassed and, all of those kind of emotions. So I just wasn't ready to go full on. But now I'm back. Since it's been so long, about 3.5 years, a little bit less than that, I really wanted to just show you where my face is now. I feel like I take way better care of my skin. 4 years later. In the past, I was just using Castile soap with the peppermint and tea tree in it, and that was working to a certain extent, but it wasn't doing the trick. I still had breakouts. So now I have breakouts that are a little more intense. So I'm trying to figure out, maybe it's the products I'm using, maybe I finally need to go the chemical route and, acne treatment. For me, I just, I wanted to go the natural route. I want to be able to, clear my face up with drinking water, doing all of those things that are recommended, eating better. And I've noticed, I think it's primarily my diet. That's the only thing that hasn't changed significantly since I started having acne, in late high school up until college. It really got worse in college. But my diet has been the one very consistent thing in my life that has, not changed. To start with, just showing you my face. So as you can see, my face really likes to break out in this area. You probably saw it in the last video as well. But, this is primarily clear. There's a couple pimples down below, but this is just, dark spots that I have to fade over time. And then this side, you can see I'm breaking out. I don't typically get any on my forehead. I see there's like one. But yeah, so it's primarily in these areas. So what I'm using right now, and I've been using these products for maybe 4 to 5 months, maybe a little bit longer. I've been pretty consistent. So as I'm getting more consistent and my face isn't changing significantly, it's just really bothersome because it's like I'm actually putting more time and effort into it and I don't see any improvement. So this is what I'm using as my face wash, and it is super calm. It's a gentle milk cleanser and it has probiotics and superfoods in it. I actually do really like this. I'm just not sure if this is enough to deal with my acne because I'm sure that it's primarily hormonal, and like I said, it might be internally. I might be doing all these things topically, but something's up internally. So I'm using that every night, and then after that, 2 to 3 times a week I'm exfoliating, and I'm using this exfoliator. They're little pads, and they work really well. You can kind of see them in there. They work really well. This is something that I would, keep incorporating for a while because they're very gentle. There are some exfoliators that, really mess up your face. For toner, and I would say for this one, this is not my favorite toner. And I'm realizing, yes, I have very oily skin, so something like this should work for my skin, but I also have sensitive skin. So using products like this make my face overproduce oil, which makes me break out even more. So I'm trying to find one that's a lot more gentle and can work for me, but in the summer, this would perhaps be a better choice, but in the winter, not so much. It dries your face out a little bit too much. And then after that, I am using typically the turmeric tonic. It's a spot treatment. I really, really love this. Whenever I have a pimple, like for example this one, I can rub this on before I go to bed or in the morning when I'm, going through my face care routine. and it clears it up within a couple days, dries it out, and it's natural. It's not like it has, acne treatment inside of it. It's just a very natural ingredient that helps clear out your skin. And turmeric in general is really good for inflammation and redness on your face. After that, only in the nighttime though, I'm using vitamin C serum. This is really nourishing. This has helped make my face a lot brighter. But again, I have not seen the impact of it yet, and if it's fading my dark spots over time. I do see on this side it's slowly starting to fade them, but I think it's going to take more consistency. And next is my moisturizers. So I was using the Just for Goods. It's all vegan, all natural. It is called the Vegan Facial Moisturizer for oily combination skin. This was working really well for me. And I had the matching toner to go with it, but then for some reason I started kind of like showing little tiny bumps all over, my face after using the toner primarily, and I contacted them and they said it could be the rosemary in it that's making me break out. It wasn't breaking me out in pimples, but it was definitely an allergic reaction. So I stopped using this. I first initially took out the toner because I wanted to see, is it the toner? And that didn't work. So then, it helped a little bit, but then once I took this out, I haven't had any hive type breakouts. So I love this. It's so thick. It doesn't make me, get over oily or anything like that, but I think I just have really sensitive skin, so some of the ingredients in it aren't working for me. So I think that's the biggest challenge when you have acne-prone skin, is you can have oily acne-prone skin that is also sensitive. So it's really hard to find products that work. So what I'm using instead of that product is the Nourish Oil-Free Facial Moisturizer by Trader Joe's. I have been using this consistently for probably the past 3 years, I would say, but I will honestly say that it is not as nourishing as it should be. It's kind of pretty watery. Once I started using this one, I saw what my face should feel like with a good moisturizer. That's not going to make me overproduce. This one is great. It's just watery, so you don't get it. It doesn't saturate into your skin very well. But I'm using it now because I haven't figured out what kind of moisturizer is going to work good for my skin, considering the other one made me break out. So after that, I'm also using sunscreen. Sunscreen is really great for your dark spots, to make sure that you don't get sun damage, environmental stressors that can really age your skin. So this has been changing my face a lot. I can see it, it's a lot more lively. I'm not getting many new dark spots, so that's really great. And it's oil free. So those are pretty much the products that I use currently. But something I should probably mention is recently I've been undergoing kind of like a detox in my body, just realizing that, the things that I'm eating are not healthy for me. It's not going to change my face, especially if, it is genetic, but it's also environmental. So I can have that genetic predisposition to have acne, but if I am not feeding my body things that go against that, or that really aid my body in producing new skin and, repelling bacteria, I'm going to be pretty much, stuck in the same situation. So I'm doing that detox, and I noticed since I've been doing that, I've been breaking out more, and that could be an indication that, my body is expelling those toxins, but it's very hard to tell because, and if you have acne, you probably experience this too, I can go a couple weeks and my face is really clear, and I'm like, yes, it's working. And then another week, I could just break out all over. So it's really triggered by stress, eating habits, genetics, and hormones as well, beyond birth control. So this is just my part 2. I'm going to be more consistent talking about my acne journey because it is something I've been worried about for a very long time. And like I said, I'm trying to go the holistic route. I want to use products. Obviously, any product is going to have, some kind of chemical in it, but I don't want to use products that have specific acne clearing chemicals, because I've used Clean and Clear in the past, for example, and after I stopped using it or I ran out for a day, I just broke out like crazy. And to me, I want something that's more sustainable. I don't want to have to rely on a product to have a clear face. I want to be able to clear out my body and also use products that, you know, keep my face moisturized and healthy and bright, but I don't want to have to rely on them. So here's, you know, week 2, part 2, 3.5 years later. Like I said, it's been a journey, but I'm really just looking forward to documenting this so that I can see the progress in real time, and I just hope y'all stay with me on this journey. Alright, bye-bye.